I think I'm done with that part of the story. So I guess I can go into the story that I didn't mention. The part of the story our werewolf boyfriend. Wow, I almost made that sound really weird. I almost said what I was about to say sound really weird. Our werewolf boyfriend. What are we? The vampires from Twilight? Oh God, no! I hope not. Ugh. That's just bad enough. We don't need that in real life. Gotta start getting a counter for that. Just glad I have I'm just glad I have the squeeze sensor. Anyway, yeah, that's what it's actually called. It's called the squeeze sensor. That little sensor you heard me using Metroid Fusion at one time, just because when I just really didn't mean to swear, really didn't mean to swear there. I really try not to. I figured, you know, that time I was thinking was good enough to try to get a sensor. I've been meaning to get a sensor anyway, and that just kind of worked out. But anyway, on to the second story that I've been meaning to tell. Hey, this is the Minecraft song. You guys probably have no clue. Actually, most of you probably do know, because VGA is a much better show than I am. I don't want to use up any of this. Actually, you know what? I might as well make as many as I can. I'll just go ahead and make a... Damn! What? Damn it! I'm not giving up my lighter. I'm a fanboy of the lighter. Yeah, I always try to make my chests in twos. Primarily because of being able to make them bigger. Actually, no, I'm gonna put this. What the? Oh, that was my mouse acting up. Anyway, on to the second story that I've been meaning to tell, that I've apparently not been wanting to tell subconsciously. My friend actually, I'm kind of wondering if I should, because it's kind of mean to my Namekian friend. Which, by the way, if you're listening to this, fat chance you are, but if you are listening to this, you know who you are. I don't mean to bear any ill will, but, you know, whatever. We haven't talked in years, so, you know, screw you. Not really. Well, he's always a bit of a weird kid. I mean, he was French after all, or half French anyway. And the French are a little weird. I'm kidding. Just stop your typing right there, you gun jumpers, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call the people that reply before the video is done. Yeah, jumping the gun. I don't actually mean it, so just kind of cool your heels. You know what, the French people I've seen, it kind of supports my theory. And your big representative is Benzai, which for those of you who don't know, Benzai is a member of That Got the Glasses. He does game reviews, and he's a bit weird. For added entertainment and required use of brain bleeds, look up I'm Benzai and I like to kiss guys, or something like that. It's weird. It's weird, but it's hilarious. It'll also make you want to gouge your eyes out. Anyway, my Namekian friend, or actually no, our werewolf friend, we like to piss on him because he'd always say like he could change when he gets angry enough. That's an excuse for not being able to change into a werewolf. So we'd always tease him, like me, my private school friend, and Namekian. One day, I decided, no, you guys, enough. I kept telling them, you know, guys, enough is enough. And they're like, no, we want to see him change. We want to see him change. And I'm like, ugh. So I walk away, just kind of take a breath and kind of figure out how I'm gonna resolve this, how I'm gonna get this resolved, because I don't want them picking on him. And all of a sudden, like Namekian turns to my private school friend and says something. I don't hear it in the off. He says it to the two of them actually, just kind of out of earshot, like I'm hearing him mumble. It sounds like he's mumbling. I don't actually hear what he's saying. And out of the blue, both private school and werewolf just flat out start bursting in laughter. I look around. I turn to them and I'm like, dude, what'd I miss? And they're like laughing their asses off. I don't even think they can complete a sentence. Okay, you guys saw that, right? That wasn't just me. That vanished. You know, I'm not. I said I wouldn't cheat, but you know, kind of have to. And I did not. What the? Okay, my stuff's reorganized. That's weird. Probably not a good sign when that's happening. Anyway, turns out I didn't need that, so I'm just going to try to avoid that as best I can. They start bursting out laughing. I turn to them and say, I look over them and say, what happened? What happened? And Namekian is just saying, don't worry about it. He's like, he's got like this embarrassed look on his face, like, you know, he said something that he's now ashamed of. I'm like, I turn to private school and like, dude, what happened? And he's like, oh, he said he has a bed liner. Me being, I don't know, I guess like 13 or 14. I honestly didn't know what a bed liner was. I honestly stopped wearing a bed. Like, kind of too young to know what a bed liner was, or too young to remember anyway. And I'm like, what's a bed liner? And they're like, and private school, and Namekian is like, dude, don't worry about it. He's like, again, with that embarrassed, like, he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want me to know. And private school, actually, werewolf says, you don't know what a bed liner is? It's what you use when you wet the bed. And I started laughing my ass off at this point, like, bed wetter? Like, we started picking on, we turned the joke around, we started picking on werewolf after that. We just started slowly picking on Namekian, calling him bed wetter whenever we could. And we were just laughing at that. And I can't believe apparently he had the bed liner in his bed and he never bothered taking it out, which kind of says something about how clean his parents were. I mean, you have a bed liner, you didn't take it out. I mean, a bed liner is like put over the covers, right? Just saying. I mean, I'm sure it was comfy and all, but you had to have at least replace that mattress once since you stopped wetting the bed, unless ... And by the way, I'm just kidding. We're over that. Yeah, we started picking on him for that, and like, you know, it was just picking. We're kids. What do you expect? We're gonna be like that, and we're having a good time. We're just picking on him, and I don't think it's throwing him any harm. And one day, it's like a couple days later, probably like a couple months later, his mom overhears us picking on him for that, and she's like, okay, now everyone else's mother, except for probably the ringleader of the group, the one who started the whole sand thing, well, the other one aside from private school, which actually I don't, yeah, I explained a little bit more about him in the other video, but like right now it's just kind of irrelevant. Aside from his parents, I never actually stayed, I never actually really talked to a whole lot, because they're just kind of, they're more quiet than anything else. They're more quiet and a little more strict with their kids, not letting them hang out after dark or something like that. I don't know. It's a little more like that. But Namekian's mother was a bit more. Oh, she was a joy. She was just a joy kill. She was that type of person that's like, no, you're not allowed to have fun. You're having fun, I want you to stop having fun. It wasn't a matter of like she was protecting her kid, because you know, my mom understood it was a joke. My mom knew my friend picked on me, and she didn't like it, but she was like, you know, she understood it was kind of a rite of passage sort of thing. It's probably why she never stopped us from making those jokes in the first place, because she was like, you know, me getting back to them, because, you know, I never was the quickest. I never was the quickest, the sharpest knife in the drawer when it came to insults. Especially with my friends. They were always the first ones, and I was always the first to react about it too. His mother was a killjoy. She's like, no, you're not allowed to have fun. So it's like, you're not allowed to pick one up. And we still did anyway. We just didn't do it around her, and we picked on him for telling mommy on us. Which, in all honesty, he really didn't, but, you know, he sort of did. Digging gives us iron. Awesome. Oh, in a good vein, too. Anyway. See, there's another story I wanted to say, I think. Is that it? Yeah. I think that was it. It's kind of sad that we don't hang out anymore. Though most of them have kind of moved on their separate ways and such. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with the storytelling for now. Kind of finally caught up with something I told you guys I was going to do probably over a year ago. All it took me was to do that. All it took me was to build something random. But yeah.